Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the June 2017 council meeting for the Borough of Fanwood. Mayor Marr is not here tonight. She is at a concert at one of the schools for one of her sons, and our council president is also out at a meeting that he's in for his boss. So I am Kathy Mitchell, who will be running the meeting tonight. And the first thing I would like to do is to read the Public Meeting Act. I hereby announce a request that such be included in the minutes of this meeting, that notice of the time, place, and date of the meeting has been prominently posted on the bulletin board at Borough Hall, mailed to the Times, the Star Ledger, the Courier News, the Alternative Press by June 10, 2017, filed with the Borough Clerk and mailed to any person requesting the same in accordance with the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act. Now, a roll call, please.
Yes. We have to.
Pledge.
Oh,
Do the
okay. We'll do
pledge.
the Pledge of Allegiance. First of all, I have asked Eric Porter to come forward. He is a scout. He is just observing to fulfill requirements for a badge in community citizenship. Come on up here. So he's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance tonight. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, I just ask you to remain standing for a moment of silence, and to also keep in your thoughts and prayers the young man who came back from Korea, apparently has just died today. Our 7 sailors who were killed over the weekend in the Sea of Japan, and of course our congressperson, as we keep them and their families in our prayers and thoughts. Thank you, Eric. Okay, now we can have roll call.
Kevin Boris, Trustee Hugo,
Present.
Tom Krantz.
Here.
And Mayor Dalton.
Here, sorry. Sorry.
Catherine Mitchell.
Yes.
Here.
Jack Mullenor.
Here.
Colin Moore.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, now we need approval of the minutes from the following meetings: the regular meeting of May 22nd, 2017, a special meeting June 5th, 2017, and an agenda meeting for June 5th, 2017.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Okay, now we're going to go over here because we have a special presentation. This is a part of the meeting where we recognize someone in our community who is a volunteer, very frequently a volunteer for many, many years. And I have said so often when I am in this position that if it weren't for the volunteers, a lot of things in family don't get done. So I'd like to call up Bill Lee. And you're welcome. Bill has been on the planning board that I know of for approximately 12 years. And I think every adult person in the community knows Mr. Lee because he has probably taught all of your children to drive. Now, pardon?
A great deal of them.
Yeah, a great deal of them, I know. So do you have anything else you want to tell us about yourself?
Well, not much, but one thing I want to say is I have volunteered for many things in my life. It's been a roller coaster for me in many cases, but most of the things you volunteer for, you know something about. This was one I volunteered for that I knew nothing about. I wanted to see the things that happened when you discuss matters like this and how towns work with them. And I've seen a great deal, I've learned a great deal while being here. I have to listen because I don't know too much about it, but it works for me, and I hope it will work for others if they get in the same position. But I do appreciate you having me and allowing me to be on that committee as well. Thank you.
Now, wait a minute, we have a little token here for you that we give to all of our volunteers. So I hope you will take this and put it in your, hang it in your home.
You sure will.
Okay? There's take pictures. Also, so we will say hello to you, and I know you're behind him all the way, and allow him to do what he does, which is a big part of all of our volunteers. That we not only have a volunteer, but it's the families that are involved too. Thank you very much. We have one resolution, which was for the Memorial Day, and that was read at the Memorial Day services, obviously on Memorial Day,
Before it rained.
before it rained. Presentation of communications and referrals. Okay, this is a Dennis Rothman, a resident. This was a note and file. This is correspondence that we have seen. And one from the city of Roy in support of a thriving New Jersey, and this was also note and file. So now we're up to the standing committee reports, and Councilman Hugel.
We need a motion to it.
Accept the correspondence as presented.
Oh, okay.
I move to accept the correspondence as accepted.
Second.
Thank you very much. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Now, Councilman, you're on.
To committee reports, so I'm sure a lot of people missed the tax collector's report. I didn't have one for last month, for the month of April, so I got double your pleasure tonight. So for the month of April 2017, we collected $11,461.21, and at that point in time, year-to-date was, no, I'm sorry, that was just for $1,761,522.34. I was looking at the wrong line. And that brought the year-to-date collections as of April 30th to $9,753,605,005. So,
Okay, do I have,
Second.
so I'll move that,
do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then next, I'll move the tax collector's report for the month of May 2017. So for that month, it was $5,731,661.23, and that brought the year-to-date collections as of May 31st, 2017 to $15,485,266.28. So I'll move that tax collector's report for the month of May.
Second.
And we need a roll call?
Need a second?
Second.
No.
No, okay.
Voice.
Okay, thank you very much.
Voice vote.
And public safety, Councilman Boris is not here, so we do not have a report on that. Councilman Molnar, do you mind if I go back to the Memorial Day resolution before you give your report?
Not at all, because I actually wanted to read out the names anyway.
Oh, okay, well then go ahead, because that's what I was going to do.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So this year we didn't have a parade, but we did have our ceremony, which I didn't make because I'm usually up in Fairlawn at my dad's ceremony. But at every ceremony, the towns, if you don't get to the ceremony, all you've gone to is the parade, is every town reads people from their community that have died in the wars. So what I would like to do tonight, since the parade didn't happen, is to read those out of the people from Fanwood that while serving in the military died while in battle. So in World War Also, before I start, you'll notice if you are paying attention that every name that I read has a street named after them in our borough. And those streets, you'll know that it's a name because it has a gold star next to it on the street sign. So it's something that a lot of towns do. We have also done that. So also take note of that when you're going around town. So World War I, Ernest Ashworth, Jr. World War II, William J. Brougham III, Richard Gere, Theodore F. Ginder, John T. McDermott, Hugh McClellan, Edward Staggard, Walter R. Stewart, and Donald E. Vinton. Korean War, Charles S. Burns III, and the Vietnam War, Eugene W. Hendricks and Edward M. Klinicki. Thank you, Councilman.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, so now you would like to
Yes.
give your Public Works report?
Yes. The fire department had 25 total calls for May. In those calls, there was 7 fire alarms, 1 motor vehicle accident, 2 natural gas leaks, and they did an animal rescue. They were able to, they don't say where, but it is in the borough of Fanwood. They got a fawn that was stuck in a basement window well. They were able to release that, and I'm sure it's back in the preserve or somewhere else, eating things. So, the Public Works Department, we had a very lengthy Public Works Committee meeting last week. We went over, I think, 19 different items for over an hour and a half. Lots of stuff going on this summer on our roads, not as much as we want to, and we're always have more of a list, but it's always just a priority listing and trying to figure out what we're going to do next. But we'll be doing sidewalks, we'll be paving some roads, we'll be doing many things. But some of the things that the Public Works Department actually, I always go over a couple things that they've done over the past month. They've installed, repaired and installed signs throughout the borough. They provide the park, they clean the buildings in the park, the LeGrand Park, Forest Road Park for rental use. They did the annual sewer inspection, which is required by us by NJDEP. They blew off the courts, the tennis courts, twice a week for the high school tennis teams, the LeGrand tennis courts. They did some pothole repairs on Pandick, Gear, and at the intersection of Stewart and Terrell. And they also installed some new mulch around the playground equipment at Forest Road and LeGrand. So these are some of the other things that our Public Works Department does that you may or may not be aware of. It's always the unseen employees out there, but it keeps our borough looking good. The Planning Board is meeting next week, but last month we just had a couple small variances, no large projects. And this month, I believe it's pretty small agenda, which is okay. And next week, there will be, I don't know, Eleanor, have we advertised the groundbreaking, or has that been on our website?
I believe it was by invitation, but I'm not
Okay.
certain.
Yeah, so this Thursday, the Stations, what's it called now?
Station Square.
It is called Station Square
Yeah.
Project, which many Fanwoodians will know it as the Dean Oil site. People that haven't been here that are more new, that will know it as the vacant property at the intersection of LeGrand and Second. So however you know it, that piece of property there will be having a groundbreaking this Thursday morning, and that's one of the last remaining construction pieces on the downtown block. So that's a pretty big deal for the borough of Fanwoods, because everyone who's moved here is always, when is something going to happen there? So we're having a physical groundbreaking. There's actually equipment on the property, and they've kind of cleared out a lot of the brush too, so you can see a lot more of the property than you've seen in probably decades. So that's a very cool thing for the borough of Fanwood, so, and I'm excited about that. And that's my report.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman, do you have a report for land use and historic preservation?
I do for the Rec Commission. Did you want to say anything about historic preservation before I go?
No,
Yes.
the recreation, I have the names wrong, I'm sorry.
What's that?
I have the names wrong. You want the recreation.
Oh, okay, but yeah, I didn't know if historic preservation met, so, okay, so, Rec met last Tuesday, And there's a lot of things coming up. Sorry, I literally just lost my notes, so give me a second. This happens. All right, I'm gonna wing it. So, Party in the Park is June 27th, which is next Tuesday. It should be a really fun night. There's gonna be bouncies and bands and food to buy, and of course, it's the first movie of the summer season, and there will be movie night every Tuesday night for the next 6 to 8 weeks of the summer. So that's the big thing that's coming up. The Rec Commission is also starting to plan the Fanwood 5K, which is currently, I think, scheduled for mid-October, and you'll start to see advertising and promotions for the Fanwood 5K. The Rec Commission has also welcomed a couple new members, which is great, so I think the participation is pretty active. We also met with a gentleman who is a grandfather of a child who died of cancer from families from Fanwood, parishioners at St. Bart's last year, and they're involved with Alex's Lemonade Stand, which is apparently a very large cancer foundation. And we're going to help look for ways for them to do some fundraising for pediatric cancer and some awareness as well, as maybe part of some rec events. So those are the major things that are happening in the Rec Commission, and I just found my notes. But I don't know that much else is coming up in the near future. Obviously, all of the camps are about to kick off. The Grand Camp is, 2 half-day sessions. I believe there's still openings in some mornings and some afternoons, but it has filled up well. Many of the other summer camps have also filled. The teen and travel camp, all 3 weeks are filled with waiting lists, so that's exciting. That's for kids coming out of 5th grade and heading into 9th grade for that age group. So Fanwood Rec's going to be pretty busy this summer, as they are every summer. But if you're still looking for camp opportunities for your kids, there is a plethora of camps that are associated with Fanwood Recreation, and just go to the Fanwood Recreation site, which is linked to the Fanwood site, and you will see all of the camps, and you'll find out which ones might still be open for registration. And that's it.
Thank you very much. Sounds like the camps they're going to be very busy time.
Yes. Every year I feel like they add more.
Well, they
They
probably
try
do.
new ones, and the ones, and then some stick around, and the Grand Camp is always full, so. And I
That's
think
good.
they were very excited that they had 3 whole weeks of the tween camp, because there's not a lot of camps for that age group, so that was really nice, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they're trying to do a lot.
Thank you. Councilman Krantz, do you have a report for Recreation and Community Services?
You mean land use and historic preservation? Yes. We are still in the process of nailing down our construction official vacancy, although I think we have a temporary fix for that until we hire somebody. I wanted to say a few words about Ladies' Night. Ladies' Night was last Thursday. The mayor was there. I was there taking pictures and lending some support. They had probably the best turnout yet, I think. There were some 200 people showed up who registered, and a lot more who didn't register. This year, the Greater Westfield Area Chamber of Commerce ran that event. The Fanwood Business Association, the Fanwood downtown businesses are served by the Greater Westfield Group. And they were all there. Liz Jeffries, our development consultant, was there. It was just another really good event, good weather and a good turnout, and I'm hoping and assuming that our downtown merchants did nicely that night. Community television. So unfortunately, last month's council meeting was not replayed because we had a technical issue that I'll save you the full sob story. The bottom line is we had some audio issues which have now been corrected. Those of you who are FiOS customers can listen to Fanwood TV on Channel 24 and not be grossed out by the horrible sound. The sound is fixed. But those of you who are Comcast subscribers are not only not seeing me, but you're not hearing me tonight because Comcast is in black because of a Comcast equipment failure that we are currently troubleshooting. It's 25-year-old equipment. Eventually, 25-year-old equipment dies, and it always dies at the worst time. So we're working on that with Comcast. That's my report.
Thank you very much. Now, you would think after all of these years serving on the council that I would have gotten these correct. However, Councilwoman Eleanor, yeah, sure.
We're all having trouble tonight.
McElroy Barker is head of Recreation and Community Services, and Councilman Krantz is head of Land Use and Historic
Yeah.
Preservation.
Yeah,
So I
for some reason,
do beg your pardon.
that came out of
But
it.
blame it on the computer.
Well, I deleted
Okay.
my notes, so it's really all computer problems.
Okay, blame it on the computer, I'm told. Okay, now it's my turn for Health and Senior Citizens. I have kind of a lengthy report. Senior citizens met last,
Just be cautious with the microphones.
sorry,
Closer.
Just closer.
okay, sorry.
More aware.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. The seniors met last Monday, and that was the last meeting of the summer. They had, for the summer, they had their annual picnic. The mayor and I and several other members of the community had a meeting last week to see what we could do for seniors in our community, those of you who do not belong to the club. And so we're probably going at some point this summer do a needs assessment to see what you need, what you would like. Because we know that a lot of seniors out there don't want to specifically belong to an organization, but they're looking for activities to do. So, and you will be, at this meeting, there was a lady from the, who runs the JCC in Scotch Plains, and they have a wonderful summer program for adults. And you do not have to be Jewish, you do not have to belong to the JCCs. You can avail yourself of all of these opportunities. You will be getting a pamphlet in the mail in the next week or so, showing you all of these opportunities. So please, if there's something there that you would like to do, please take advantage of it. So you can look for that in your mail in the next week or so, as I said. Let me see, the Environmental Commission, the goats are gone. They were here for only 3 weeks as opposed to the 4 that they were supposed to be here because there was no more food for them to eat. But I must admit at this point we didn't have like 6 or 8 goats, we had 20 goats, so we wanted them to get everything in. So I also attended the Pilgrim Pipeline meeting this past week. We haven't heard too much about it lately, but I'm happy to report that there has been no action on this for the last year or so. For those of you who might remember, there was supposed to be, or there was thought of a pipeline, an oil pipeline coming from northern New York through New Jersey to Linden to be refined, and this is apparently, and it was supposed to go along the public service right away. It would be a pipe coming and a pipe going. So as I said, there hasn't, public service has not given them the right of the opportunity to, hasn't said yes for them to use their property. Second of all, there's some thought as to whether or not Linden really needs or wants the oil. And as I was at this meeting, I was really rather encouraged because the pipeline company, if they will be going through watersheds and everything, and they have to prove many things. They have to go against, they have to make known and adhere to all of the things that we have in place here in New Jersey, like the Clean Water Act, the Endangered Species Act, and many other environmental programs that we have in New Jersey here. So I was kind of encouraged that maybe this won't be a happening thing, but you never know. So we, as things pop up, we will keep you involved and make it known to you. Also, the PMUA, which is the Plainfield Municipal Utilities Authority, who does our recycling, they will be having an environmental fair in September, and our environmental commission will be going. So that's a really good thing. Let me see. The library. Oh, good news finally with the library. For all of you who have been following this saga for a couple of years now or so, we are trying to decide whether or not to make needed repairs and put an elevator into the library, or enlarge the library, or put a whole new library in. And of course, we've been waiting for, or hoping for, maybe to get some state money. And it had been stuck in the committees. So apparently today it passed both committees. It now has to go to the budget committee, and then if it passes the budget committee, it will be allowed to be on the ballot. And this is for a $125 million bond that will help libraries throughout the state. So hopefully we'll be able to vote on that in November. Also, one of our library board was down and testified in front of Trenton today, pleading our case. So apparently it worked, because these bills were moved out of committee. So this is a good thing. Let me see, shared services. Let me see. I don't know how many are aware, but the Shared Services Committee meets once a month, and it is comprised of the school board, Scotch Plains, and Fanwood. There has been on the agenda for several months now, I guess in September, whether or not to give the ball field at Terrell some very, very needed help. So they did get a grant from the county. So the engineering work has been done on that. So hopefully in the future we will have some brand new fields there and at Terrell. No, we haven't seen the plans yet, but apparently the children will be able to, it will be soccer fields and also baseball fields. So that's a good thing. Also, as part of the shared services, it was brought up by one of the council persons in Scotch Plains that our seniors needed technology help with their phones and computers and or iPads. So the students from the school decided that they would have a morning where they would help any senior who would like to come and avail themselves of this service. So we had several members from Fanwood. However, we just kind of limited to the people in the club. So it was a pilot program, and apparently it went very well. So it's going to be an ongoing project. So we didn't have a whole lot of lead time. So the next time they offer it, I will be telling all of the seniors here in Fanwood on TV that you will be able to avail yourself of this if you think you need some more help with your devices. And I think that's it. Okay. I probably forgot something, but that will have to do for the moment. We have no special reports, I don't think. Special committee reports.
Well, this, we have something from the engineer.
Would you like me to report on some?
Please do.
engineering stuff? All right. Good
This is
evening.
this is our engineer.
Antonio Spanagopoulos. All right. South Avenue. You may have seen some construction on South Avenue. They are replacing handicap ramps to make them ADA accessible and compliant within the limits of the borough. This is in preparation of milling and paving South Avenue in in the fall. This one's going. So in September, the state, the NJDOT, is planning on paving South Avenue. This week, during the evenings, actually overnights, there's some sewer repair work that needs to be done on South Avenue by Second Street. So that's gonna take about 2 to 3 nights is what's expected. Poplar Road, we received bids, I'm sorry, Poplar Place. Let's get this right. Poplar Place, we received bids last week for construction, and I expect, I made the recommendation to the council to award contract to Stillo Construction as the low bidder. They came in under our estimate, and we've worked with them several times in the past, and we feel good about their work. Poplar Road is, we received a grant for $197,000 from the NJDOT for that, so that's a big help. New Jersey American Water, Phase 2 of their project on North Avenue between Forest, here, let me get the, on, from between Forest and Midway. They're gonna be coming to install a 30-inch water main on the same side of the street that they installed recently a 12-inch water main. Following that, they're gonna pave half the road, and the borough, the borough has received a grant from Union County Infrastructure Trust to help pay for the paving of the other half of the road. What we're trying to do is work together with American Water to have one contractor come in and pave all at the same time. I need to talk to Dan to make sure, to understand the legality of if we could pay them to have their contractor do the work, or if they could pay us to have our contractor do the work. But that's a discussion we're gonna have to have before we make any decisions on how we proceed, because of certain bidding laws.
Did you just say that they had already installed a
12-inch.
12-inch?
So what they had 6 months ago, before they started any work, the houses on that, in that corridor were connected to a trunk line, to a big line that goes from between towns. They wanted to get all the house services off that line so that it doesn't get affected with any changes in the trunk line. The pressure's also higher, so they put them from a 24-inch main that they had onto a brand new 12-inch main.
And what's the purpose of the 20?
The next one is they're increasing the 24-inch main up to a 30-inch main to address service, to provide better service for all their customers in the region.
And why couldn't they do them both together?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's beyond.
Okay.
I don't know how their funding works.
Okay.
So
Oh, all right.
That's all I can say about that.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
So we're working with them. We're trying to make this as little disruption as possible. Although no matter what, there's going to be some disruption. As I presented at the agenda meeting, Elizabethtown Gas is going to be coming in July to pave the roads that they've disrupted. And I could go through the roads if you would like.
Yeah, please just let the,
Sure. All right. Beach Avenue from McElhenny to Klinecki, all of Klinecki Place, Clement Place, the portion of Winfield Avenue that was disturbed, and Shady Lane from South Martine to Winfield Place. And as I said earlier, the borough is planning on paving Poplar Place this summer. So at the end of summer, all those roads in that neighborhood should be, have a nice fresh coat of asphalt. And that's my report.
Oh, thank you very much. Anybody else have any special committee reports?
I just wanted to ask you a question about the Elizabethtown gas, because I know they're moving to the other side of Martine. Can you remind me when that's,
Gonna finish?
or when that's, well, I guess it's kind of started, but it's not, all the streets on the south side, but on the other side of Martine?
Yeah, you know, I don't have the map with me, and I could send it to you. I think is it on our website, the map for Elizabethtown?
I think they were gonna put it on.
Yes,
Oh,
I
we
have
linked
to
it?
double check, but I think it's on there.
If you go to,
Because I think there are still some residents who haven't corresponded with them to have the meters moved outside yet, so just want to get a time frame for that area. But
the plan, my last discussion with them was that the whole project will be done by the end of the year.
okay,
So it's, I guess, fast moving, but because it's such a big area, it seems like it's going pretty slow, but it's such a big area that they are actually moving at a pretty good pace, I believe. And I'm trying to find elizabethtowngas.com/neighborhood is the website. You could find the map, where they're gonna be working.
okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman, do you have payment of claims?
Yes, I do. So at this time, I'll move the payment of claims in the amount of $5,177,637.20, having been listed on the bill list, recorded in the files of Borough Hall, and approved by the chairman and the appropriate committee to be paid. I think I signed each and every one of them at the agenda
Oh,
meeting.
I signed a couple.
So I'll move that at this time.
Do we have a second?
Second,
Okay, we need a roll call, please.
Trustee Hugo?
Yes.
John Crane?
yes.
Aaron McElroy?
Yes.
Kathy Mitchell?
Yes.
Jack Milano?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. And I'm not familiar with this auditing of claims by resolution. Okay.
We don't have anything for it.
We don't have.
Okay, all right, we don't have anything, okay. All right, now, we are at the point of the meeting where we have a little bit of a break, and ask anyone who would like to come forward and address us with anything, to please do so. So I need a motion to open the meeting to the public, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Seeing no one coming forward, I'd like to close the meeting to the public.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now we get on with old business,
Okay.
and that is you again, Councilman Hugel.
I'll move Resolution 17-06-131, and this is the long-awaited adoption of our 2017 municipal budget.
Second.
Fred, do you want to?
Comment?
We already had the public hearing on the budget. We were waiting for the state's approval. We got the state's approval, so all we have to do tonight is pass a resolution to adopt the budget.
When did they finally approve it?
I think last Monday.
They don't usually take this long, do they?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not unusual.
Yes.
This is normal.
That's normal, okay. All right, so now, I need a roll call vote, please.
Yes. Who seconded, I'm sorry?
I did.
Trustee Hugo?
Yes.
Jack Milano?
Yes.
John Crane?
Yes.
Aaron McElroy Balker?
Yes.
Kathy Mitchell?
Yes.
Motion carries.
We have,
Want me to move the
yes, go
consent agenda?
ahead, go ahead.
We only have one item on the consent agenda. I'll move Resolution 17-06-132. This is the approval of Sheelan's Crossings catering permit for the Fan Jam event on July 9th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now we're into all of our new business.
Yep.
And that's you again, Councilman Hugo.
Thank you. I'll move Resolution 17-06-116. This is the approval of a liquor license renewal, which is, we do at this time of year, every year. It's for BEMS Enterprises.
Do I have a second?
Second.
And we need a roll call vote?
Yes, I just have to get my sheet. Yes. Russell Hickle,
Yes.
Tom Krantz,
Yes.
Erin McElroy-Balker,
Yes.
Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
Jack Nolan,
Yes.
motion carried.
Next, I'll move Resolution 17-06-117. This is Sheelan's Crossings renewal of their liquor license for the upcoming year.
Second.
And we need a roll call, please?
Russell Hickle,
Yes.
Jack Nolan,
Yes.
Tom Krantz,
Yes.
Erin McElroy-Balker,
Yes.
Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
motion carried.
Next, I'll move Resolution 17-06-118. This is awarding of a contract for legal services to Wanda Chen Monahan, who has performed environmental legal services for us in the past.
Second.
And roll call?
Russell Hickle,
Yes.
Jack Nolan,
Yes.
Tom Krantz,
Yes.
Erin McElroy-Balker,
Yes.
Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
motion carried.
Next, I'll move Resolution 17-06-119. This is to refund a duplicate tax payment to Block 86, Lot 8.
Second.
We need a roll call on that, right?
Everything.
Russell
Right.
Hickle,
Yes, to give the money back.
Russell Hickle,
Yes, to give the money back.
oh, yes, it is. I
Yes.
gave you the yes. Erin McElroy-Balker.
Yes. To give the
Tom
money
Krantz.
Yes.
Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
Jack Nolan,
Yes.
motion carried.
Next, I'll move Resolution 17 you didn't want us to keep it, did you?
Totally missed that.
No.
I'll move Resolution 17-06-120. This is to extension of our tax interest date.
Second?
Is this for the, Fred, is this for the tax bills in August?
Yes, we only do this because the law requires us to
Yeah.
give them a certain amount of days from the time the bills are sent out. Again, we adopted the budget. Our budget now goes to Trenton. They sign off on it, then it goes to the county where they strike the tax rate. Before we can't
Right.
print the bills until all that happens. So maybe a couple of weeks before we can actually print the bills, and we have to give people a certain number of days. I think it's 30 days.
It's 25.
From the date of the
25.
mailing, so if we go past that time, we give them the extension on the interest.
So we give them a little grace period. So,
Okay, we had a second?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All in favor?
it's a roll call.
Is this a roll call?
Yes.
Okay.
Russell Hickle,
Yes.
Erin McElroy-Balker.
Yes.
Tom Krantz.
Yes.
Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
Jack Nolan,
Yes.
motion carried.
Next, I'll move Resolution 17-06-121.
Second.
This is to approve the liquor license for the A&P.
Okay, we have a second roll call, please?
Russell Hickle,
Yes.
Jack Nolan,
Yes.
Tom Krantz.
Yes.
Erin McElroy-Balker.
Yes.
Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
motion carried.
Next, I'll move Resolution 17-06-122. This is to approve an additional depository for borough funds.
Second?
Okay, and this is a roll call?
Yes. Russell Hickle,
Yes.
Erin McElroy-Balker.
Yes.
Tom Krantz.
Yes.
Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
Jack Nolan,
Yes.
motion carried.
And then lastly, I will conduct the first reading for I'll introduce ordinance number 17-11-R, request the title be read by the clerk.
An ordinance amending chapter 280 vehicles and traffic of the code of the borough of Fanwood relating to Article 11 parking.
I move that ordinance 17-11-R be adopted on first reading, and if adopted, that the clerk advertise the ordinance as required by law, and that the second reading of said ordinance be held at a public hearing at Borough Hall, 75 North Martine Avenue, Fanwood, New Jersey, on July 17th, 2017, at 7 o'clock in the evening, or as soon thereafter as the matter can be heard.
And this is...
This is amending the chapter
Daily
regarding
rate.
parking,
The daily rate for
the
parking.
daily,
Oh, the daily rates, okay.
daily rate.
Is there a typo in item number 2
We finally
here?
got, the
Okay.
we finally got the okay from
Yes.
NJ Transit?
Yes.
Okay.
Second, we have a second?
Second.
Russell Hickle,
Yes.
Tom France,
Yes.
Erin McElroy Walker,
Yes.
Kathy Mitchell,
Yes.
Jack Miller,
Yes.
motion carried.
You want to do the in-grade promotion?
Yes, go ahead.
Since Councilman Boris isn't here, this evening, I'll move Resolution 17-06-123. On his behalf, it's an in-grade promotion for Officer Daniel Krantz to Class E.
Second.
All in favor?
Is this a roll?
No, it's roll call.
Was this a vote, is this a,
We can roll call it.
this is a
That's
roll
roll
call,
call.
sorry.
We should roll call it.
Yes.
Okay.
Russell Hugo,
Yes for the promotion.
Erin McElroy Walker,
Yes.
Tom France,
Yes.
Abstain.
Kathy Mitchell,
Yes.
Jack Miller,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay, Councilman Molinar, you have several resolutions there.
Okay, I move Resolution 17-06-126 to reject the bids that received for the construction of the sidewalk behind the Martine Avenue stores. They all came in too high.
I'll second that.
Okay. We need a roll call, please.
Jack Miller,
Yes.
Russell Hugo.
Yes.
Tom France,
Yes.
Erin McElroy Walker,
Yes.
Kathy Mitchell,
Yes.
motion carried.
I now move Resolution 17-06-127 to award the contract to T&M to provide construction administrative services for the construction or reconstruction of Poplar Place.
Second.
We need a roll call, please.
Jack Miller,
Yes.
Russell Hugo.
Yes.
Tom France,
Yes.
Erin McElroy Walker,
Yes.
Kathy Mitchell,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay, I move Resolution 17-06-128 to award a contract for services to T&M for, this is curb and sidewalk repair throughout the borough.
Second.
And roll call, please.
Jack Miller,
Yes.
Russell Hugo.
Yes.
Tom France,
Yes.
Erin McElroy Walker,
Yes.
Kathy Mitchell,
Yes.
motion carried.
Now, since we're doing Poplar Place out of order, we're back to Poplar Place, so I'll move Resolution 17-06-129 to award a contract of Poplar Place reconstruction to the low bid, which was, what's?
Stylo.
Stylo?
Stillo.
Stillo
Stylo.
Excavation,
Stays
Inc.
Stylo, yes.
The total cost of the project is a little over $500K, and I think everyone should note that close to $200K of this is from NJDOT.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Jack Miller,
Yes.
Russell Hugo.
Yes.
Tom France,
Yes.
Erin McElroy Walker,
Yes.
Kathy Mitchell,
Yes.
motion carried.
And lastly, I move Resolution 17-06-130, and this is to authorize the mayor and the clerk to enter into a shared services agreement with Scotch Plains to provide DPW director services to them for the next 6 months. And this is something that we are doing right now as a shared service. We provide this, our DPW director provides this service to the borough of Garwood. I think are we in year 2 of that, or?
Yes.
Year 2, we're in year 2 of that. That's been going well. Scotch Plains reached out to us recently and needed this service, so we will, over the next 6 months, be providing 8 hours of service a week from our DPW director that will help with budgeting, some supervision. We are also, what they're going to be helping us out with is to maintain the fields in LeGrand and in Forest Road Park. It's a unique thing for us. We're not sure exactly how it's going to go. The nice thing is that we do have a good working relationship with Township Scotch Plains, and it is right now just for 6 months. It's going to give us a good idea of how this will work, any issues that will come up, but we've been on the Shared Services Council for decades now with Scotch Plains and decades and many decades, and the Board of Ed. And this is something that has come out of that. I think it's also because they saw how well this is working with the Borough of Garwood and see that it's something that can and could be done. This could be a model for other towns to use if we do it right, and it could help us be able to provide even better public works services and maintaining of our facilities at the same cost that we're doing now. So it helps us share more, and which is what I know I've always wanted to do. So, but the nice thing, it doesn't commit us for a really long term, and gives us 6 months to really see if it's going to work or not. So that's what this resolution is, and I believe our council's already reviewed it. Is that correct, Dan?
That's correct.
And we've been working on a draft for the last couple of weeks. So that's what you have in front of you tonight, is to authorize them to sign that agreement with Scotch Plains.
So we have a second, please?
Second.
And we need a roll call?
Jeff Molina,
Yes.
Ron Martin,
Yes.
Russell Huber,
Yes.
Tom France,
Yes.
Kathy Mitchell,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay, it looks like that's pretty much it for the evening, unless, does anybody have
You got it.
anything else that they would like to,
You got a page 3 there.
that they would like to report on?
Just that my spy tells me that we are back up on Comcast now, so welcome back Comcast viewers.
Oh, that's good. For the whole program or just part of it?
I think it was on for the whole evening, I just didn't know that they had come back.
Oh, that's
So the
good.
meeting has been up.
Okay. So, once again, I need a motion to open the meeting to the public for anyone who would like to come forward and ask us any questions, give us any complaints, tell us
Second.
anything you just want us to know.
All in
We have
favor?
it. We have it open. We did it. Did you do it?
Move.
I did.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I don't see anybody coming forward,
Move to close the meeting to the
so,
public.
second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye. Nobody's coming.
No, I didn't see anybody coming up.
No one has anything to say tonight.
I guess not, it's a quiet month,
Just
which
make
is,
sure you
which is
guys are all
good.
paying attention.
Which is good. Either that or the storm is keeping people away. Councilman Krantz, do you have any words of wisdom for us?
Just I'll see you all at the party at the park, June 27th, right?
Yep.
See?
Councilman Molnar?
I have nothing else to report tonight.
Okay.
Skipped right over.
Coming this way.
Being the mother of an 8th grader, I would like to remember that a lot of kids are graduating from our local schools this month. And I want to congratulate the kindergartners for moving on to 1st grade, and the 4th graders for moving on to 5th grade, the 8th graders for moving on to, God forbid, high school, and all of the high school graduates who just had their prom last week. Congratulations and all the best of luck moving forward, and have a great summer.
Okay, Councilman.
I don't have anything to say. No. What's the movie in the park?
What? After all that.
What's the movie in the park?
Aaron, what's the movie in the park?
On the 27th.
Oh, God.
It's on the website, go look.
It's on the website,
I don't remember.
www.fanwoodnewjersey.org.
I'm so worried about the party, I
That's
don't even
it.
remember the movie. I'm sorry.
That's all I got.
Yikes. Don't ask
Alrighty.
those questions.
I would just like to say that as the councilwoman reported, school is out, so of course, please drive extra cautiously. The kids are out and about now, so stay dry, stay cool, and have a great month, and we'll see you at the party in the park. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I'll make a motion to move to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good night.
You knew it.